Hey, it's Jack Davidson, Remax Crosstown Realty. Ever wondered why some properties just seem to sport a for sale sign longer than others? Well, it could be because the seller didn't take their first offer seriously. When sellers receive an offer quickly after their home has been listed, very often they'll believe that it's just one of many offers to come. And then the second thing they immediately convince themselves of is that they've listed too low, and that's what's drawn in the offer so fast. So their offer gets purely dismissed as a waste of time, and then they hold out and they wait for the next offer to come along, all the while believing that they have many more to choose from right around the corner. Well, that kind of approach and not taking your first offer seriously may not always be your best approach. The first thing I would say is this: that old saying still holds true: where negotiations start and where they end up are generally miles apart. So personally, I never look at an offer as a waste of time. Secondly, your first offer will very often originate from buyers who are very motivated. Consider this: that kind of buyer is someone who has already done his or her homework. They've looked into the area, they've researched the market, and they've poured through all the competing listings if there are any, and then they've looked at the positive and negatives of your home. So by the time they've decided to come forward with an offer, they're already ready to do business. Now, you might feel the offer's too low, and very often I'll hear a seller say, well, they're obviously not serious. But think back to the last time you either bought a car or a home or even something at a garage sale. Obviously, you were serious enough to start the discussion, but chances are you probably didn't put your best foot forward on the initial offering for two reasons. Number one, you first needed to gauge their reaction to your offering, and then you needed to determine if or how much you'd have to adjust at the next round. Thirdly, history has shown us that the life cycle of any listing reveals that properties generally sell for the highest amount as a result of the first offer coming in. The reason? Well, the longer a property sits on the market, the less interest buyers will have and the more it will attract lower offers. Again, think back to the for sale sign you've seen on a property that's been there for months when everything else around it seems to be selling. How interested and excited do you think qualified buyers get over a stale listing? So here's my advice. Your first offer may in fact not be exactly where you'd like to see it, but it's definitely one you should not ignore just because it's your first. Rather than get offended, receive it in the spirit with which it's made, take it seriously, and weigh your options when you're dealing with it. I'm Jack Davidson. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me anytime on my direct line at 705-796-5225. In the meantime, when you have your home on the market, remember, you needn't accept an offer as is. But proposing a counter offer and keeping the negotiations open will most likely make your first offer your very best offer.